And yes, we are live, guys, here. Tuesday, what is it? The 12th of October, 2023. And today I have found five stocks that have my attention at the moment from different sectors and for different reasons. So yeah, let's get into business. But first, as always, please give me that thumbs up, follow, all that good stuff. Give a comment below. Do you agree with these five charts that they are potentially looking very, very good? Just need the last notch to the upside. I'm having a bit of a running nose, so excuse me if that my voice is getting a bit sore. I hope you can um, look past that. Okay, five charts here. This one is an oil company. It's a Brazilian oil company, and I am very bullish very soon, I think, on the Brazilian ETF EWC. It needs to take out a major 20-year long trend line, and then we are good to go. Same thing here with this Brazilian oil producer, explorer producer. It's actually what I like to call it a one trend line chart, which is actually some of the most powerful, very simple. You don't have any different interactions, bullish or bearish. To me, this chart is all about that trend line right here. You have seen it on the channel here, also on Twitter that I've posted it many times. And basically, the play is when and if we break that 20-year long trend line, that you have a massive entry when we get above, let's call it, 16.5, yeah, 16 to 16.5, getting above that on a weekly basis. That's an amazing entry. It also pays at the moment roughly 20% dividend, and I think this one is one you could hold for a very long time, and you're getting paid meanwhile while you hold it. I think this one is very interesting, and it has my it's one of the stocks that has my biggest attention at the moment for a long-term dividend portfolio. Looks fantastic. Here we have CRK, also oil and gas. Actually, very different setup compared to the one that we just looked at. But I want to zoom in here and give me my reasoning why this looks very constructive very soon, maybe if we break the blue neckline right here. You can see here major downtrend in the making, and now we were flattening out, basing here. Um, this was the big formation to look at, and now we popped here, and now we're basically retesting that golden trend line right there. Okay, that's a bit of history on that. Going to the weekly, what is happening here? The retest is here, and what I'm looking at is a long term. This is actually 1 year worth of data, so it's actually quite long. Head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders with a neckline here sloping down. So at roughly 13 um, dollars for this stock, we should break that neckline. If we do, I think we have a long-term hold where we can hold for many higher highs before we, at some point in time, should be topping out. So this is a major breakout higher high, major higher low. So we should be in for at least a year or two of uptrend in this stock. So roughly 13.6 in that range when that neckline breaks. We're also getting about the 30 weekly again, which is always nice to have the 30 weekly in our back as a tailwind. I also want to show you a note. You can see here this long-term trend line here at roughly 12.5 is also getting taken out as well here, which is also in the bullish camp when we can take that one on. So look for this 13.5 to get taken out. That is my entry for this stock here. And you're getting paid 4% at the moment to hold this stock. And I think you can do that for quite a few time, quite a long time before we start to see any bigger pauses. So yeah, want to look for BLDP. That's also, just to be sure, again, this is the fuel cell, very different sector. Again, people hate it, but I want to show you, actually, the chart here is long term, could be very constructive here. You can note this long-term golden trend line sloping down. It actually goes back to 2002. You can see here all the interactions. And what has happened ever since we took it out, major surge, went from 2 to 40. That's a 20x. But also, we now came all the way back down to roughly $3 per share. And I would argue that we are in for a bounce here. Um, you can also add in a bit of a squeeze right here. Let's make it blue. There it is. You can see here that wedge into that long-term trend line support. So when and if we break the blue wedge and the 30 weekly, we should be able to get an entry on the break or the first pullback into that one. I don't think it pays anything. Nope, it does not. But I think this is due for a major bounce. If we measure how far we have come down, it has dropped 90%. And there should be at least some sort of pullback here. Yes, maybe it might be rolling over, but there should be a bounce here that can be traded, depending on how you want to play it. So yeah, this one still be still needs you know, a few months still to become really bullish. But I just want to put your eyes onto this one, that this one could be a candidate for a bigger move up here, quite a few 100% really easily. You can see just how overdone it is, and I think people are very tired in this one, down 90% already. It's due for a bounce in my view. VWHC, this is coal. Again, one of the best performing assets in 2022. That was coal among them all. Quite amazing to say actually in this day and age, but it is what it is. What I'm looking at right now is that we are currently at this high here. We can see it's still holding, and I could argue that we will resume to the upside when and if we take out this blue neckline here. This is also roughly 8 months or so worth of neckline, um, inverted head and shoulders. So getting above, let's call it 7.6, 7.7 in that range, then we have confirmed the neckline, and we should be able to ride this higher. Also, you're getting paid 10% dividend while you hold. So as a long-term play, this looks like a major breakout here from that golden trend line into a major retest with a big inverted head and shoulders in play. Um, so yeah, this one has my attention for sure. Also for a long-term dividend portfolio, I think this one you can ride this for a long time into 2024, 2025, and getting paid while you hold it. It's not too bad. MMG, very different sector. This is gold mainly, and it is a micro cap. Well, yeah, it is. It's a $60 million gold company, so very small, but still, I think it's actually one of the better looking, very small gold companies. Let's add in the blue neckline here, which is roughly in this vicinity right here. You should have it roughly here. So I think when and if we break this 0.42, that you could be in for a big move in this very small gold miner. Um, Again, it's not many people. The gold sector is not for, at least the gold mining sector is not for a lot of people. But still, this setup here I think is very clean. And the third weekly grinding up here. So when and if we pop here, we should at least have um, some sort of run up here for the next 3, 4, 5 months. I think we will go into these highs here. So that could be a trade or a long-term hold, depending on how you want to do it. It doesn't pay any dividend, obviously, since it's a very small gold miner. But look for this 0.42, 0.43 dollar level, and hopefully we get a daily spike with a bit of volume here, very close to now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. This was the second time I think I did one of the best looking charts right now. I did one many months ago. If you enjoyed these, let me know and I will do them on a regular basis when I have 5 candidates that can go into this mix here. Again, you can do what you want with these. I just want to highlight my take on it, and you can play it the way you want to do, or you don't even play them at all. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Have a great one, and we will see you in the next video. Cheers.